Okay. So this morning, you'll just have a continuation on the transportation sector. Last time, we have discussed the airline industry, and now we are on the railway, no? Railway system and also automobile. So just a recap. So last time, nag-review ta sa transportation and travel evolution, and of course, the airline industry. So nag-discuss po ta last time sa 9 freedoms of the air. Please take note of the 9 freedoms of the air class kay mo gawas po na siya sa exam. So of course, no, discuss na to ang unsa ang first freedom, second freedom, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth freedom. We also have discussed the airline deregulation and how it is really important to the airline industry. No, without the airline deregulation, so siguro karon no expensive na siguro karon ang mga plane tickets. At the same time no maglisod pa ng mga airline industry to decide no sa ilahang price no sa ilahang mga tickets because of course no wala without airline deregulation wala din sila total control. At the same time no mamili pud ang lugar kung unsa ra nga airlines ang pwede pasudlon. Unlike today ngon nga daghan na kaayog mga freedoms nga pwede ma-enjoy sa airline industry. So we also have discussed the different airlines of the Philippines and the international carriers. So we also have discussed the new planes such as Airbus A380 and the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, which is no one of the most famous nga airlines no, or let's say aircraft no nga ginagamit sa tanan nga airline companies karon. So let's now discuss the railway industry. So last time na-discuss naman na to ang Eurorail, so let's just do a recap. So the railway system is considered as the earliest modes of transportation. It serves as one of the major transport services in many countries. So up until today, no, countries such as India, Japan, China, and South Korea are using railways. So it is widespread in European countries. So to date, this mode of transportation still attracts travelers since they offer comfort, reasonable fares, and less travel time. So we also have discussed the Eurorail, which is also known as Eurorail. It's one of the most extensive railway systems in the world. No? So um, people in Europe, instead of mag-travel sila by plane, ga-travel sila by train. So its major product offers rail passes for train travel all across Europe. So please take note of the different passes sa Eurail. So we have the Global Pass, which means you can visit 23 countries throughout Europe and see them in any order that you like. You also have the Select Pass that gives you a flexibility to plan your trip and also comes with the most options. So you can choose at least 3 to 5 countries, bordering countries, and 5 up to 15 travel days. We have the Regional Pass, so it combines 2 bordering countries. So if you are going to compare to the Select Pass, mas few lang ang gi-offer nga country sa Regional Pass. So it offers the ability to concentrate your European adventure within a specific region. You also have the One Country Pass. So the Eurail One Country Pass is for you if you want to spend your time exploring one country or area. So it's valid for 1 month. So again, no, maglain-lain ang duration sa types of Eurail passes class, no. Dili man tanan nga 1 month jud ang iyahang duration no may uban man nga for 15 days, for 3 weeks or for 5 days, no. So ang one country pass is although isa ra siya ka country but usa siya ka bulan ang iyahang validity. And the number of travel days available varies per country. So again, no, the Eurail passes are not for everyone. If you are a resident of Europe, no, Morocco, UK, Turkey, or any of the countries in the former Soviet Union, dili ka ka-avail sa Eurail passes. But if citizen ka, ana nga mga following countries pero dili ka resident, meaning wala ka gapuyo dira, you are a UK citizen but you live in the Philippines, no, or you are a resident of the United States, kay gapuyo ka dito although you are a European, you can still avail the Eurail passes. So mo base na siya on residency, not citizenship. So regardless if imong citizenship is um, European ka or UK citizen ka, but you do not live in one of these countries nga na mention, then, or one of the countries nga na belong sa former Soviet Union, then pwede na kaka-avail sa Eurorail passes. So because, you know, the country of your residence will be printed on the rail pass, as well as the names on the pass and the passport have to match. So it is important kung mo base sila on residency because it will be printed in your Eurorail passes, which is magamit na nimo na siya, no, pag gusto ka. No, depende possibility sa imuhang Eurorail pass. Let's now proceed to the undersea railway tunnels. This is quite famous class in UK, no, in Europe at the same time in Japan. So instead nga mo take ra ka og ferry, mas dali na lang ka, you can take the undersea railway tunnels, no. Through train na lang ka musakay. So what are undersea railway tunnels? So this links two countries or areas that are separated by bodies of water through an undersea tunnel. This is what an undersea tunnel looks like. Dili kaniya. Mo ni siya ang itsura sa undersea railway tunnel. So mas dali na lang siya class, no. Diretso na siya diri sa underwater. Kaya instead nga mag-take lang kag ferry, no, pwede ra through train. So we have the first undersea railway tunnel mo ni ang itsura niya class. So this is called the Channel Tunnel or Eurotunnel. So it connects France and Britain. So it stretches around 49.89 kilometers, the longest tunnel underneath the sea. So mo ni makita nimo no gikan siya diri sa UK padulong sa France. So if you prefer nga mo ka naka by train, dili lang ka magsakay og ferry, pwede po ka no diri sa the Channel Tunnel. So it consists of three tunnels. The first two tubes serve rail traffic. The third is an emergency escape route. You also have the second tunnel located in Japan. So mo ni siya class. No, so kaani siya it's the longest seabed tunnel in the world. It passes by the Tsugaru Strait and then to Honshu and Hokkaido Islands. So, imo po ni ang itsura, no? So, dili ka ding makita ang tubig klasa kani ang itsura sa undersea railway tunnel. So next, let's now proceed to Amtrak. So Amtrak is the marketing name for the National Railroad Passenger Corporation. So it is found in the United States. It provides rail passenger transportation in the major intercity markets nga located sa US. So if Europe has Eurorail, US has Amtrak. So Amtrak launched its Azela Express services between Boston and Washington, D.C. in December 2000 to serve the Northeast Corridor. Passengers can enjoy high-speed rail traveling at 150 miles per hour in modern comfort. We also have the Shanghai Maglev train. So please take note of the following trains. You have the Eurorail sa Europe and Amtrak sa US. Okay, so also have the Shanghai Maglev train, which is also found in China. No, so okay, so it is also called the Shanghai Transrapid with an operational speed of 430 kilometers per hour and average speed of 251 kilometers per hour. So this is a magnetic levitation train. So it was launched in 2003 sa China. So we also have the Shinkansen. So ang Shanghai Maglev train sa China, ang Shinkansen is the bullet train that is found in Japan. So many would credit Japan with being the inventor of the concept because in 1964, the country launched the famous Shinkansen with a speed of 210 kilometers per hour. We also have the TGV, or the train a grande vitesse. So a French high-speed train, TGV, holds the world record, hitting a top speed of 574.8 kilometers per hour. However, its operational speed is 300 to 320 kilometers per hour. So please take note of the following trains that are found in various countries. Class A, we have TGV in France. We have Shinkansen in Japan. You have Shanghai Maglev train or Shanghai Transrapid in China. You have the Amtrak in the United States. And of course, the Eurail that is found all over Europe or the continent of Europe. Okay, so let's now proceed to the motor coach industry. So the motor coach or tour bus, mo ni siya ang pinaka-common jud nga mode of transportation during tours. No kasagaran, no, if you can observe no sa uban nga mga cities no, especially kanang mga tour buses or kanang mga dago nga tour and travel companies, naa dyan na sila yung motor coach. So nga naman no, mas dako ang motor coach class compared to irregular van. At the same time naiubad nga mga motor coaches nga naa siya built-in nga kitchen, living room, no, na ay mga comfort room, sala. So pwede pud sila kahaldog mga small parties no while going to their destination. Okay, so the motor coach is a type of bus used for conveying passengers on excursions and on longer distance intercity bus service between cities or even between countries. Especially kanang mga landlocked countries, no, kalabanan nilang ginagamit for tour or for kanang um, mga intercity travels, gamit sila og motor coach. So unlike transit buses designed for shorter journeys, ang coaches are designed for longer journeys. Although, di ba, ang na-mention ni mo siya nga excursion, no? Made for excursion ra si motor coach, pwede po siya ka-cater og mga overnight nga mga travel such as no mga executive nga mga motor coaches katong gipakita kanina no ang mga executive motor coaches na siya mga built-in nga mga amenities nga pwede magamit sa mga tourists pero kanang for excursion sing ani lang yung itsura class kaning puro sa humura po siya series no so ang series actually is also like an example of a motor coach no pwede siya magamit as for tours. So, so coaches often have a luggage hold that is separate from the passenger cabin and are normally equipped with facilities required for longer trips. So, including comfortable seats and sometimes a toilet. So, if you could kuan ka ng aircon nga series o mo na siya example pud sa motor coach na sila ka ng luggage hold sa babaw then napud sila comfort room and then mas comfortable ilang seats compared to irregular nga bus. So, proceed to executive motor coach. So, ang executive motor coach are built for longer travels. If ang ordinary nga motor coach is for excursions or for day travels, ang executive motor coach pwede pang overnight. So, executive motor coaches offer a high level of comfort and luxury and are great for special business and social occasions. It is a mobile office and a boardroom on wheels. Especially, no, it's really popular among mga Americans abroad because sometimes when they have after parties, no, for example, from the venue sa wedding, ya padulong sila sa lain na pod nga destination. So sometimes no, they would rent an executive motor coach. So pwede sila kagamit sa mga amenities inside no, while ga travel. So again, it also has a mobile office and a boardroom on wheels. An executive bus may have a conference room, galley, shower, and luxurious seating. So this is another example of an executive motor coach class, no? Na siya kitchen, no? Naa siya kanang tulganan, no? And then diri ang sa may driver nga area, may sala. No, so an executive motor coach is ideal for groups of 5 to 20 traveling 300 to 400 miles. It is also a good option for local outings such as corporate meetings or transporting wedding parties when you want a more intimate setting for your group. So at least na while ga travel, no, pwede mo kalag mga small parties or meetings. No, especially kaya na sila agtuan from one destination to another and then nag-run out na sila og time, pwede man sila ka-hold og meetings inside the motor coach, no? Kaya na may uban pod nga built to have conference rooms. Pero gagmay lang siya, no? Again, maigo siya for 5 to 20 people. Okay, so what are the advantage of motor coach travel? So no driving, of course, because ang driver na bahala na sometimes na gani tour guide nga kuyog ang motor coach gani class no kay it's really popular among tour and travel agencies no sa states nga nandiyan sila yung motor coach kay it's convenient no sa part pod ni tourist at the same time um additional services nga i-offer sa tour and travel agency. So it's hassle-free planning, expertise of a tour guide. So, igo na siya mo mag-socialize nila inside sa motor coach, no? While ga kuan, um, while ga travel. So, you can socialize with your friends, no? Nga, without ever worrying nga mo drive pa ka, kana na may mo drive para sa inyo, ha? It's also safe and it's great for the environment. Okay, let's now proceed to automobile. So this is quite famous na pagsugod na sa automobile class ning decline na ang railway systems, no, or ang railway nga travel or travel by train, no. It's because nakita naman nila nga it's better to have your own car than to commute. At the same time, I can go wherever I want if na ako'y kagalingon nga sakyanan, no, compare if I'm going to commute sa train and then mas shorter ang travel time, no, and less expensive. So most of the travel in the world takes place in automobile. That is true, no, because people would prefer to have their own choice, no, pagpili unsa nga ruta sila moagto compare nga commute sila, di man sila kabuot, di ba? So the real inventor of the automobile was Carl Benz of Mannheim, Germany. So it brought decline of the train's popularity in most developed countries. Auto travel is the most inexpensive and convenient form of travel. As what I've mentioned, ang advantage is makapagusto ka og travel masking asa because ikaw man magbuot, no? Dili naman ka mag-commute. Unlike sa commute nga, di ka kabuot po. At the same time, it's inexpensive because although, no, mahal man siya sa sakyanan, pero ikaw, usara man siya ka mo palit, no? Nang uban gani, installment ra gani na ang uban nga sakyanan. And then, well, gas ra ka. And then, pag gusto na ka, maski asa ka mo agto. Compare nga if you're going to pay for the ticket, nga although dili lagi ka siya nga naka-expensive compared to buying a car, pero magsigiro lang ka og commute, mas mahal biya, di ba? So, the growth of the car ownership necessitated road improvements. So, of course, since daghan na mo kay gatag iya og mga sakyanan class, no, nag-decide na pod ang ubang countries to also improve their roads, no, for the not just for the commuters but also for those who own cars. So there are two important aspects of automobile travel. So naatay car rentals and recreational vehicles. So what are car rentals? Sometimes no mo ka like for example, you are from the Philippines and you would like to travel to the US, but instead of commuting, you would like to rent a car para kapag gusto ka explore no sa different states sa US without the hassle of commuting. So there are some nag-offer sila og car rentals. So I think here in the Philippines na amang pudta. So ang baton nimo I think magbilin ra man kaanag og ID, yan na kayo ibayad nga down payment, no, ano kanang imong passport ibilin pud na siya. Dayon, mo na siya ang imuhang ibilin para ini-guarantee mo sa car, imo po siyang kuan balik after nimo mahuman og renta. So, per day man na ang ilahang pag-rent sa car. Napayuban nga kanang itingob niya of og 1 week, no, ang pag-rent sa car. So, mo na siya, no, car rental. You also have recreational vehicles such as kani siya, no, so mara ni siya og motor coach class, no. So this is an RV. So mara ni siya og motor coach pero smaller lang, no. So sa RV na siya yung mga kuan. Unsa man mi sa RV or recreational vehicle. So ang RV class na siya kanang kitchen, nanay tulganan, no. Naanay comfort room. Yung ibang artista na yung mga RV gani kay kaso mag-taping sila na ana tanan. If you have seen Ben 10, no, kanang ilahang ginagamit sa pag-travel sa iyahang uncle, di ba? Mao man na ang example sa RV or naana dira tanan, no. So naiuban nga mag-camping sila with their RV kay naana tanan pa sa kaluto, no, dira sila matulog and then may extension po na siya nga wherein kanang mo siyang shade nga pwede ka malingkod or kato nakakita nga sa It's Okay Not to Be Okay og koan og Toy Story 3 RV po to ilang ginagamit nga vehicle, no, nga complete na siya. So kung mo camping ka sa gawas or mo travel ka, so no need ka magdala og daghan kaayo kay built-in na tanan sa recreational vehicle or RV. So the car rental business is a worldwide industry. 4 countries dominate the US market with 85% market share. So these are Hertz, Avis, Budget, and National. So Hertz is the airport market leader. So Hertz is also a rental company class, no, but usually it's located near the airport. So kanang mga kuan, kanang mga international tourists na who would like to rent a car for their stay, let's say nasa holiday for 1 month and then kapuyan man sila mag-commute, no, so pwede ra sila ka-rent og car. So air travel is critical to the car rental business as airport revenues account for much of overall car rentals in the US. So Hertz is the airport market leader with about 29% of the airport rental business. So what makes Hertz, no, stand out among other companies or car rental companies? It's because they have a computerized navigation system. So built in din na siya sa mga rental cars, no, because also to cater to the needs of the tourists, no? Some of them are not familiar with the places, no? Especially nga, you are a foreigner, no? And it's your first time to go in that country. And then, mag-rent ra ka og car, kay lagi, ginahan ka mag-explore, no? Without having to worry about commute or asa ka kinahanglan mo sakay. So, balag man sa ka ba, at least na akay sakyanan. Pero, dili man pud ta mag-rely on asking for directions or on maps alone. So, napoy navigation system po na naka-built in sa mga car rentals, especially sa Hertz, no, to also assist the for mga foreigners or mga international travelers. So sometimes, no, like Airbnb, no, and like hotels, you can also book, no, or rent a car online. Okay. So 5 minutes na lang nabilin. Supposedly, we're going to discuss the cruise industry. So, after the examination na lang niya siya. So, sa cruise industry, so you have different kinds of cruise line brands. Pero ang pinaka-famous is ang Royal Caribbean. That's the largest cruise ship, no, in the world. You also have Star Cruises. Nag-doble-doble na siya. So, outdated na ni siya. Ako ang kuan ka sa... Karon ang ga-dominate naman dun sa largest is ang Royal Caribbean. Second largest siya diri pero liyahan ang nalabon ang Carnival Corporation, okay? Dako na ang Royal Caribbean. So, you have different kinds of cruise lines diri. Later lang ako na-discuss after the exam. Okay. So, I'll just stop share for a while. Kindly list down the pointers for the exam. Sige lang, ako man siya po na siyang balikon sa koan. Balikon siya po na ko na siya sa group chat, pero for the others nga na karon ako na lang i-discuss daan ang pointers. So the examination will be divided into 3 parts. So you have the meaning and importance of tourism. The second part is history of tourism, and the third part is of course no the transportation sector, which is mo na siya kong gi-discuss karon nga week og last week. So for the first part, the meaning and importance of tourism, just study everything. Katutanan sa slides kay the type of exam will be enumeration and of course no constructed response. No, so dili lang kay tab knowledge base kay sa exam no because take home man siya. Dili man siya unlike man siya sa typical exam nga magbantay mi for 1 hour. So it's up to you, no? Kamo ra jud no, wala jud magbantay inyo nga teacher. Nara ninyo kung maglantaw mo og notes, mag-cheat mo or magkodigo, maglantaw mo sa inyong notes, mag-answer sa exam. Pero I fully trust nga you will not look at your notes no when taking the exam. But of course, I fully trust nga you will study ahead of time. That is why wala tay klase sa Wednesday to give you time to review, no, to have advanced readings. Kay para ready na mo for the examination on October 1. No, dili la ta mag-rely ano man kamo man siya pang alkansi class no kay instead nga inyong scores will be based from your own nga kahago sa pagtuon based na siya sa kodigo so unsay makatun na ninyo ana at least no ma-train na inyong mind to memorize no or to recall kay tungod nagtuon mo dili kay magsalig ra mo sa notes kay tungod walay gabantay ninyo no so kamar siya pay maalkansi kay wala may makatunan. So next is history of tourism. So kindly study no ang early 19th century. Kay pa-explain dyan ako na siya. Medieval period, Renaissance and Elizabethan eras, Industrial Revolution, and modern tourism. So let me just repeat it ha. So you have early 19th century, medieval period, Renaissance and Elizabethan eras, Industrial Revolution, and modern tourism. Also study ang katong first travel organizer. What are circular notes? Katong tanan gibuhat ni Thomas Cook, katong first travel organizer. Also study factors that favor tourism. Okay, and katong history sa tourism in the Philippines. So, basa-basa lang, i-familiarize lang. For the third part, which is the transportation sector. So kindly study only the airline industry and Eurorail. Dili lang sa nako i-include ang automobile and motor coach. So, especially the freedoms of the air. Ang mo na ang pinaka-importante and Eurail. Also, the airline, different airlines sa Philippines and international carriers. So that is all. Anyway, I will just repeat it again sa group chat, no, especially sa mga wala naka-appeal karon nga exam. May nag Okay. Actually, na-accept na nako ang uban. Yan, nawala sila kadiyot. Sige, kay tungod hinay pud akong connection diri sa office pod. So, nanamoy mga namoy mga questions with regards to the exam. Okay, sa uban subjects class, magdepende na sa yung subject teacher ha. Kani siya nga arrangement sa ako aran ni nga subject. So, on October 1, kaon ninyo ang inyong exam sa office. Ako na siya i-place ha. Separate nga brown folder. Mag-answer mo sa October 1 sa buntag. 8 to 12 ra ang pag-pick up ha. And then, ugma na the following day, October 2, iuli siya from 8 to 12 ra Japon. Okay? So, 8 to 12 ra Japon siya. Iuli ang brown envelope. Kay muna na ito ang gamiton kada exam. Isulod rin ako na og brown envelope inyong mga test papers. Unya, pagkuha ninyo sa test paper, iuli na po ninyo siya ang katong brown envelope. Kay para gamiton na po na to siya inig ka midterm. Anyway, i-compile raman nako tanan ang mga test paper ninyo. I-compile ko sa tanan sa kato inyo hang separate nga brown folder. Para after the finals, iuli na ako siya sa inyo with your class card nga naa ni mga grades ninyo. Okay? So thank you so much everyone. I hope maka-study mo on Wednesday. Dili ra ta mag-meet sa Wednesday class. Na-upload na tanan sa Google Classroom ang tanang notes, no? So ako lang ikoan tangha. Okay. Ay, wait. Di pa ako ma-open ang Google Classroom, hinay dyan kay internet. Basta nara dito tanan class na to katong history of travel, history of tourism, na dito na-upload na po dito ang meaning and importance of tourism, and of course, akong recent kagi klase which is the transportation sector. So kanang tulo ka buok class ha, palihog ko og tuon ana tanan. Tanan akong gi-discuss from first day of class until karon nga recent mura na to ang i-exam except sa automobile and motor coach. Okay, so goodbye everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Dam. Thanks.
Bye, Dam.
Bye-bye.